Hello, I'm Richard Vobes. I'm the Bald Explorer and I'm out on another walk. This time I'm with Harriet. Hello, Harriet.
Hi, Richard.
We're in your county this time instead of being in Sussex. We're going through this gate here.
Oh, sorry.
The county of Shropshire.
We are.
And we've got our little fellow traveller, Lola, the dog.
I'll shut this behind you.
Yes, thank you very much. Who may well be looking for squirrels. I think Lola's very keen squirreler. If a squirreler is a verb, to squirrel. Anyway, we've come here because we wanted to have a little investigation of an old manor house called Acton Burnell, which is buried here in what seems like a little wood in Shropshire near Shrewsbury. Now,
Yeah.
we've been here before, haven't we, Harriet?
We have, but about, 6-7 years ago.
And it's a place that's operated by, just to get this right, English Heritage? Yes, that's
I
it.
think, yeah.
And a very nice place too, I have to say, well looked after. And when you see it, you'll see why I wanted to come here, because I don't think there's anything quite like this in Sussex other than Cowdray House. Let me show you what I mean. Here we go. This is a rather fabulous ruin of a medieval house, and we're going to go and have an explore, aren't we?
Yeah.
We had a quick mug up
No, you did.
on its history. It was built by one Robert Burnell, who was the Bishop of Wells and Bath in 1293. He was also the Lord Chancellor to Edward I. A very important and prominent man, I imagine, in his time. And here we see these just beautiful sandstone ruins of this rather remarkable and incredible house. And I think it's on 2 levels, and the level that we're in is the level that...
Or is it 3? Oh no, that's a...
Well, it could have been 3 in different bits. The level that we're in is the storeroom and servants' area. And of course, you know, the individual levels have gone because that was all wood. And we're talking, what are we talking, 800 odd years, aren't we? So it's a long old time.
Well, more than... Yes, yeah.
Something like that, if it was 1293.
Yes.
My maths isn't brilliant, but I can tell you that the place is rather stunning to look at, and it's been here all this time.
Would that have been a fireplace behind you? Was that far too big? Would that have been a door? That huge arch?
Yes, there's a huge arch here, which... The thing is, what's interesting is you can see that the roof, or the roof to the storeroom is just, let's just come around here, is just sort of on that level at the top there. Yeah. Just above the window. And so if you follow that round and imagine that's the ceiling, then there would have been steps to get up into the main hall. And that
Then
arch...
it must have come down a bit there.
Yeah, so it may have been on several... It may have been on several levels. Now I know that there's a board here. Sometimes they have these display boards. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes there's these display boards which show you what it would have been like. And here you go. You get a good image. You get a good image of that there.
Oh yes, a spiral. Oh, it is a fireplace then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and have a little wander through some of these rather fascinating little doorways. It's got a lot of what looks like Norman arches. In we go. In these little tiny little rooms. We're at the, well, it's difficult to know where the front is and the back is, and of course I'm being very ignorant about this. But the stonework, you know, you get this incredible stonework which is nicely put together, and then you get the interior rubble. And on the picture I noticed that of course it would have been rendered in, I don't know whether it's in lime wash or something like that, but so it had a, you know, that's the thing, when you come to some of these places you you always think that they look like the stone was exposed, but it wasn't really exposed because it would be not good from the weather point of view. So it wasn't so much exposed, but it would have been rendered with something, a lime wash or something. A lot of churches were, well, most churches, I believe, in order to stop the weather.
It is in really good nick, though, isn't it? You know, so much of it remaining.
If you had the money, you could restore this to its former glory.
It'd be stunning, wouldn't
and
it?
And it wouldn't take that much. I mean, mainly timber. Even if you would have put timber in, even if you did half of it just to show it off, I mean, you know, you might be talking a few million, but you wouldn't have to do that much to the...
Just a roof might be good.
Well, that's what I'm saying, a timber roof and a floor. You could give an indication of really what it was like, and then you could have, you know, like these living historical places, you could have people dressed up to give you the impression, because there would have been a lot of servants here preparing meals, preparing the rooms, lighting the fires, keeping the place working for the bishop when he stayed here, and no doubt he was, you know, an important man like that would have been travelling around the country quite a lot.
Yeah.
Let's have a look over here.
Okie dokie. Conscious of the dog.
Oh, yes, don't lose the dog.
No.
Now here's what looks like a chimney. That's the flue, an exposed flue. You can see that it goes right up to a room
With a
with a grill.
grill there.
Yeah, that's a modern grill, obviously. Well, I think so.
What's it there for then?
It's probably there to protect something. I mean, maybe it goes further down and it's stopping you falling through. Maybe it's a well. I don't know. I'm showing my ignorance here.
You are.
Let's see if we can get some other views of this rather remarkable.
What's that bit over there?
Look, I'm coming to that.
Oh, sorry.
You get a 3/4 view here of this. I mean, it is just absolutely splendid. It's a remarkable building, and we've been very lucky today because the weather has been absolutely vile, and we found this gap and we said, let's go to Acton Burnell. So Acton Burnell is a village, and the village is I'm just trying to get my bearings. Is it to the north of this? It's something like that. It's a you know, picturesque village with
south of Shrosphire.
Yes, timber frame buildings and that sort of thing. And Acton, there's a lot of places called Acton in the area, and Acton is derived from Oak Town. The Act is Old Saxon for oak and tun for town. So it's sort of, I guess there was a lot of oak at the time. So let's have a look at this. This is, what do you call this place over here? Cordon Hall?
Concord College. It's
Yes, Concord College.
An international school.
An international school. Meaning...
Doesn't look like they've come back yet though. It must be later this week.
Now, if you can just make out this place behind me, these are two gable ends of 157 feet apart of a very old barn at Acton Burnell.
Where's the other one?
And the other one is just, well, we can't see it because of the trees in the way.
Right, sorry, I thought I was being really stupid.
Well, maybe. And the point about that is that in that barn, let me get my times right, 1283 was the first full English Parliament in the country, held by Edward I. And he got his commoners together, or the Commons, in the first full Parliament, because he's, as it was written, as I read, to deal with the Welsh problem. I'm not quite sure what the Welsh problem was, but I guess that they were skirting about. You had, what was his name? Owen Dell. Owen. Oh, this is where history fails me, but I know what I mean. And that was over there. So there you are. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our little trip. A quick wander around Acton Burnell. If you get the chance to come and have a look at it, It's absolutely stunning. It's free to enter, it's operated by English Heritage, it looks marvellous, and there's plenty of information boards to find out more than the waffling, stuttering version that I've managed to do. Thank you, Harriet.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Now, bye, Harriet. I'm gonna hide from you in one of these towers. Oh.